welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. This map, I pronounce it wrong, so I'm gonna call it Descent. And I say that because if any of you can remember the good old days of gaming, when Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Carbon, Blur, Split Second, Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2 were around, wouldn't it just make sense for Black Ops 2 to come up with a map called Descent? I mean, hell, the most famous map that everybody wants to recreate is Hijacked. It's one word, and it's on a boat. This map is one word, Descent, and it's a descent, right? So would it make sense for Treyarch to come out with this map and name it Descent? Okay, that's all I'm going to say. But this isn't Black Ops 2. This is Vigor. The game where if you don't hear shit, that doesn't mean you're safe. So let's talk about that. The reason why I've grown so used to hearing stuff and like diagnosing how dangerous the lobby is based off of sound is purely because of having headphones, like over the ear headphones. And I know I said it a lot in my previous videos that you need to get some good old fashioned over the ear headphones with some bass in them, but it spoiled me, people. This is the bad side of wearing headphones. What you're going to hear in this lobby is pure silence. And I'm telling you this up front because I want you to watch how my actions progress. So at the beginning of the game, you see me here, I'm walking, right? Everything's fine, everything's cool. And I'm minding my business. But like I said, just watch how I move. Watch how, okay, there's a gunshot. And look what I do. I start running toward it. Because that's definitely an M16. And a Mosin. Actually, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if Mosin can fire that fast. It's a bolt action rifle. So, you seen, I heard, and I ran toward. But then I checked the map and found out that they're fighting on a dam, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But then someone uses the detector. And isn't it funny how when someone uses the detector, you hear shots immediately afterward? That's the sound of a camper blasting at somebody who was using the detector. Things don't happen for no reason in this game, let alone life. So like I said, I'm an audible predator, and so I'll go after what I hear. I go after what I hear because it's a confirmation that somebody's there, and somebody may have some loot on them, which makes it easier for me to get my XP up. That's the only reason why I legit headshot people, is because I want the loot. The kill is like, fine and all, but the loot is what I want. Now, if there is a way for the person to be like, hey, here's 25 food if you leave me alone, I say, okay, sure. Give me the food, fuck off. Don't let me catch you around here again. You know? You see how my camera's moving now? I'm searching. Yes, I'm looking with my eyes. But look, this is Descent at night. You're not going to see shit. And I look up here at this dam. And I look down there at that bridge. And I realize that the detector is on the other side of it. And you see, I'm just looking. And I pull up my scope and I aim real quick. There's a detector. And isn't it funny how as soon as I aimed at it, people are shooting. Or a person is shooting. And that sounds like an RPK. That's what that shit sound like. I ain't gonna lie, the RPK do sound pretty good. Like it sounds heavy, even though it's a light machine gun. Now, if the game has taught me anything, don't go for the detector, because chances are somebody's watching it. And this moment that you just heard only proves that fact more. Notice how you didn't hear any retaliation. Somebody didn't have a weapon. He was shooting at somebody without a weapon. Or they ran away. That could be the case too. So look what I'm doing now. Now that I heard what sounds like an LMG on the far side of this little hill over here, I'm going to try and take a wide berth. Flank. That's a fancy way of saying flank. And try to catch him by surprise. You feel me? But here's the problem with that. Like I said, well, it's not really nighttime, but it's more like overcast and shit like that. When I go up here, you see I start crouching. Because he's not firing anymore. I don't know where he's at. I know his general location, but I can't pinpoint his location. Ladies and gentlemen, why is he not firing? Because he's looking in one direction. Straight at the detector. Now, this is me making a pure inference. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's looking. But based off of the evidence that I've received with my ears and processing with my big ass head, it only makes sense. So right here I realize I'm not going to catch him. Because, number one, he's prone. He gotta be prone. And again, experience is telling me all this. He gotta be prone. And he gotta be facing one direction. Now, yes, I could sneak up on him. But I won't know I'll be sneaking up on him. Pause right here to check the map. Realize that the container and the barred house have not made any notification that they're being tapped. And so I'll come over here. And I think it's been quiet for a long ass time. It's been quiet. When I started the birth and then ended it, that's a while. You feel me? What you think in this game is like 30 seconds is actually like a minute and a half. A minute without sound is a minute in auditory purgatory. You feel me? So I'll come back up here to grab some honey from the bees. And yes, the bees do sting you. They do be like that sometimes. They do. You see, want to stung me. Fuck off, bee. Matter of fact, can we take a sidetrack? Have any of you watched the Bee movie? Can somebody please explain to me how the fuck does a woman... I would definitely smash. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would smash if you pass. I don't know what the fuck wrong with you. Get your eyes checked because I'm smashing. Fall in love with a bee. You're a woman with... You know what? Let me hush, because I already went off track enough. Just know that bees, they produce honey. And bee crates in this game. Honeycomb, bee habitats, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They produce honey, which is food. And you can pick it up and then get food. Okay, cool. Now, even still, guys. Even still. Even with Jerry Seinfeld bee head ass on the screen, all you heard is me, walking. Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet. Now, if you're going to sit here and say, maybe you're alone, Jet. Maybe I am. But are you going to find out? Stay tuned. Notice my actions at the beginning of this video and my actions now. Rarely do I ever put any weapon I got on full auto. I only do that shit because my senses are heightened. Look at me now. I'm not walking straight toward places anymore. I'm going back and forth. Guys, listen. I was going to sit here and try to save this for the end of the video. But there are, I want to say, about 3 types of games that I play. The games where I die. The games where I might pull off a headshot or two. And the games that drain my mental energy. Guess which one this is? Yeah, the third one. Because I'm not hearing shit. What my brain is trying to do right now, it's trying to make a salad with no lettuce, croutons, or ranch dressing. I don't like onions. So, my point is this. I'm trying to draw a conclusion of where everybody's at without knowing where everybody's at because they're not making noise. You understand me? So, remember this or now. Remember this. The barred house isn't hit. Look, the container still isn't hit. It's still a rectangle and not a rectangle with an open door on, well, the open door is on the far side. Nothing's hit. And yet, I know for a fact, I'm not alone. How do I know I'm not alone? Well, comm stations, right? Somebody did something to the comm stations. Wouldn't it make sense for you to, I don't know, go for the airdrop if you stealthed the airdrop because you want the airdrop? And on top of that, that guy who was camping the detector with an RPK, yeah, he finally decided to use the damn thing. Last second meta. Solo last second meta. So, I got detected by the real detector. And yet, some way, somehow, I didn't see the guy who hit it. Even though I was aiming right toward it. He must have took off after he hit it. But right now, I'm waiting for him to walk down, or at least for me to catch a glimpse of him coming to try to kill me. And would you look at that? There's a whole airdrop carrier near the dam. Huh. It's almost like nobody moved throughout this entire encounter and stayed in one spot. And look, I get pinged. You see, guys, these are the type, or this game is one of many examples of the games that tire me out mentally. Because my brain is working overtime to try to find out what the fuck is happening when nothing's happening. Jerry Seinfeld didn't like how I blasted his B-movie, so he decided to sting me. Now look, I looked at the container, didn't see anything. Okay, now I'm like, now, since it is pretty much the end of the game, somebody should be doing something risky. Risky, meaning going for something important, like that container I'm staring at. But look, it's still closed, guys. It's still closed. And now, the end of the game has officially revealed itself. Radiation is coming. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do something that I don't do at all. This. Running straight into the barred house. Weaving back and forth because I'm expecting to get shot. Nothing. Nothing. Guys, either somebody was there looking at me the entire time and decided not to fire, or nobody was there after all. Even bigger red flag. The guy who hit the detector and then pinged me, if he knew nobody was around the airdrop, wouldn't he make a beeline straight toward it? I ain't got off these fucking B puns. But wouldn't he make a beeline straight toward it? It's still on the fucking ground, people. People are here. They're not making noise, which means I can't play the game. And if you're wondering why I can't play the game, it's because of the auto turret mentality. And again, I don't know who came up with that term on stream. Somebody came up with it on Twitch. But the auto turret mentality is this. You lay prone and you fire at anything that moves, but you don't move because you're an auto turret. Makes sense, right? So pretty much for about 30% of that game, I was expecting to get shot, and yet I didn't. Now me, getting shot up to all hell when I first started this game, I got PTSD from that shit, and I kept moving. Because as soon as you try to do something risky, you get shot. In the head, nobody finds your body except for the guy who kills you. And that's it. You feel me? These are the kind of games that drain my mental. Because I need to know what's happening. I like to hear more than see. If I see, I'm aiming. But if I hear, I can approach, I can think, I can process, I can find out what you're doing. And as soon as you think you're safe, boom, headshot, you dead. Good. I'm getting your stuff. Hopefully another VSS and I'm out of there. But in this game, I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't. But regardless, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this episode anyway. I hope you have, because this is a deep dive into my brain. It is, I ain't gonna lie to you. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.